All right. Well, welcome on board. It's time for Budeshi. I'm trying to make a connection with my guest for this morning. I don't know why it's okay. Just forgive us.
And Private Development Center, where the PPDC themselves take joint hand rank, and now they say they rank this public institution based on those different styles and approach where the Freedom of Information Act 2011 takes set up, and then some of them come top charts, then some others therefore down of the charts. Anyway, not only me go talk all this matter today, to take discuss this year, and we get two wonderful people inside the studio. We get Tolulope Agunloye from Budgit. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
And then not only that one, we get some Ofia, will be the program officer of PPDC.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now before we go, make we not just waste time, make we rush enter with you, carry come. Now I go start from you, Tolu. Now with the talk of this Freedom of Information Act, how to make requests, how to rank them, and then for the people who say they just join us, if you just explain to us exactly what's in una they do, you understand how the ranking take happen and why una they do them, so that people go understand.
Okay, so you don't say we will not start this matter when it comes to when they rank MDAs as they take response to people when they send FOI requests.
Okay.
I think this should be the 6th year now we say we don't start this program, and we know say one of the best things way Goodluck Jonathan administration give us now to sign that FOI Act into law.
Okay.
Because with that act, if you request from information from federal government agencies, whether a ministry or department or agency, once you write, they're supposed to reply you with those information we ask. Except say those information could be like threats if they release them to you, if you take harm the country. But aside from that, they're supposed to release that information. Now, based on this act, because it says some MDAs not they respond, some they respond well. So we can say, okay, how would take encourage those ones where they respond well? Now to say, okay, more they rank them based on the request. Before, now PPDC they run the race before. But they say if you want to go far, say you need to join body with people. So they can say, okay, more partner with other CSOs like Budgit, Basic Rights Watch, Media Rights Agenda, and other people. Say, make we see everybody write requests. So that more see if they don't respond to you, Budgit, they feel respond to you, PPDC, or they feel respond to other people. So, and so we start the whole thing. We start that collaboration last year. Now this year, that the 2nd year of the coalition. For the say we get too many agencies or too many organizations with the same request. Now based on that, you just say don't be say one name or shame the MDAs. We just want to know say this one they respond well. This one know they respond well. For those ones where know they respond well, now to come say, okay, wait to be the things where they go need, so that we go fit provide. Say they don't get FOI desk officer, they don't know what the FOI Act be. So that the training where PPDC go fit package, go give the MDA. No sabi.
Okay, thank you so much, Oga Tolu. Now let me come to you, Oga Sam. You be here what you talk. Say before everybody they doing on one. Say but last year and they decide to come together, use and form a group. You understand? They don't tell us the reason. Say to maybe if we form group, it don't improve the way we say these MDAs agencies and take the respond to this request where we say una they do.
Yeah, he improve and well. So make I add to what they talk, because in the almost talk as CP. So before now we they do them on our own, because the law is for everybody. It's for citizens to participate, make everybody just put down together. Let's push and make get our government to do what we want them to do. Because waiting then they spend now public money. So we need to see what they are doing with the money and to make sure that we are all benefiting from it. So we do them on our own before, and them they respond, but not all of them they respond. But you get a reasonable number of them where they respond. Some they respond even before you send a request to them. Some go wait until you send a request to them. Some go wait until you want to do the ranking before they start responding. So maybe by then the importance of the information will no longer be needful, because I think it's better you give out the information as early as possible, so that the applicants can also have time to make use of the information. Fine, that's okay. Since this is now for everybody, we cannot be doing this on our own. I think we need people to come together. Because if we do many, we will get more strength. So you know what plenty people do join power with their strength, they do pass within one person, they do on your own. So as we come together, join hands together, they do the thing can't make sense very well, because though from the side of the MDAs, then talk say it's difficult for them to respond to almost 630 organizations. When it was just PPDC, yes, you can just respond to them, but now you have the burden of responding to Budgit, PPDC, basic rights for this one, you say it's stressful, they cost us money to print this one, that one, but finally they respond. So if you check what they do before, when they do them alone, and what they do now, you can see that yes, these people are willing to, but they're not just doing enough at the moment, but we know by the time we do it again next year and the coming year, people will start like responding as much as we want.
Okay, just in 30 seconds to add to what you talk now, this COVID-19 pandemic, it gets any effects on these rankings? That's the one of this year. Because obviously, when I do this year, I won't just do. You get the pandemic. Did it have any effect on the rankings?
It does, though. When it comes to, because when we are preparing for this sales ranking, we don't believe say this kind of thing will happen. So the COVID just, I would say, it took everybody on our way.
Okay.
And being Nigeria where we be now, we know today prepare when it comes to, because people have to move to internet and online activities. Okay. We are not prepared to that extent, so we struggled at some point. Not just we as a cohort, but also MDAs. Okay. Because these are organizations that are always used to. They're already used to manual activities, carrying paper files from one table to the other, from one office to the other. So now you are telling them to, oh yeah, everybody gets a laptop, have access to internet, this one. And most of them themselves not even they exposed to all those things. Now we are forcing them into it. So there's most of them struggled, but there are still some of them where we say they get all those facilities within their MDA. So too hard for them to do. And it affected the ranking to some extent, because when we supposed to send that request to them, we don't do them because most of them are not in the office. So even if you take the letters there won't be anybody to acknowledge those letters. So it's difficult to rank a letter that is not acknowledged, because we count the number of days. And we start the counting from the day we acknowledge the letter, not the day where we send them. So if there's no acknowledgement, so it's as good as you did not send anything there. So those kind of challenges where we face. So even when they were responding, some of them were writing back to us to the complaint, say the officer was supposed to respond to you, say reach level 14, where government say then they can't work. Okay. Nobody will respond. The moon give us time. And yes, moderately that one is fine. You feed us because we are human. You can understand them to that point. But not be waiting a lot talk now. Let's also say 7 days make you respond. Yes. Say people they office or they no day. There's nothing we can do about that. We have to restrict ourselves to the provisions of the course. If not, we'll keep using sentiments to other MDs and it to mess up the ranking.
Thank you so much, Oga Sam. I don't want to ask one question, but before then, I think we could open the phone lines. Maybe we see whether people get anything to ask or any contribution to make. Now, like I talk, we get people from PPDC and now them get to work with different other civil society organizations to the rank MDAs according to how they take comply to their request for information from the Freedom of Information Act. Now, for you, where we say you still want more clarification or you want to understand how this ranking take the benefits to you as Nigerians or as country people, or you just want to understand more about what Budeshi and then PPDC they do, just begin now to call us on top 094600995 or 08090320298. Even still send us WhatsApp message to 08099930172. You please still join on top of this conversation for the Twitter handle at ppmonitorng. NG there in capital letter. Just join the conversation through Twitter at ppmonitorng. Use the hashtag open it to fix it and hashtag FOI ranking NG. Anyway, already I don't see the phone they ring. Make we pick this call here. What you want to ask? Hello. Oh yeah, now keep calling, keep sending your messages. Oh, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where they call us from? Sharp.
Okay, now first time caller from Malabar here.
Welcome to the family. Oh yeah, waiting be your question or contribution.
Hello.
We didn't hear you. Oh, hello. Okay, anyone would wait for more calls. I want to ask something on Gatulu. Now, this ranking, they always come, like as we talk, how it get benefits to country people? What's in the benefits to Nigerians?
Okay, so the benefits plenty, but we can just mention small. Because the ranking what we did do them as organization.
Okay.
And for organization, if we stand on its own without people.
Okay.
So we will be citizens of Nigeria first.
Okay.
Before we become CSO. So if you rank these people based on their compliance, that one they show say some people don't know about FOI.
Okay.
While others we don't know, we need to find a solution so they go fit know within that one be. Now, citizens themselves suppose know say they're supposed to write FOI on their own.
Okay.
You don't need to be say now organization but they write. Citizens supposed to write FOI on their own. So once they don't know the information, so they go fit they write any federal agency, because at the state level the thing still dey poor. So that the next move be that so they rank the state agencies. How do they take respond? So by the time we move to states, then we will go down to local government. So now gradual step, more will conquer federal, then we'll move to state, then we'll go to local government. We take closest to the people. So people go feel no say whether na federal, state or local government. So in as much as they spend public fund money, they're supposed to respond to FOI requests. So we they empower the people and we also they train the citizens will be civil servants for the ministry.
Okay. All right. See one phone call. Hello. 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 Okay. Still free call us on top 094600995 or 08090320298 for clarification, for question, to take understand what in PPDC they about. Hello.
I want to answer the first question first before I answer.
No. That one don't pass, Oga. Now to talk on this matter. Okay, thank you very much. Now, I want to ask you something, Oga Sam. Now, una say una dey rank, una come as a coalition, una rank different agencies. So I want to ask now, which agency dey top? Go on, say some dey top, then some dey bottom of the ladder. So now I say make I ask, which agencies dey top of una ranking and which ones dey for bottom of the ranking?
Okay, this year we ranked 213 MDAs.
Okay.
So, but we recognize first, second, and third position.
Okay.
So, the person will carry first this year na Bureau of Public Service Reforms.
Ooh.
Yeah, as waiting they take establish and I work with them they do.
Yes.
Because their work now to create reforms and advise people on how to go about their business, especially MDA.
Okay.
So for them to be first this year or more, it makes sense for us because once you come to FOI, I think they're actually doing very well. Because there is a point, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, where they can't organize something where we say they're on their own, they rank MDAs according to MDAs, we get websites. So they did that in partnership of one of us again, Out2K and Galaxy Backbone. So VPSR then they do well. I like that, and their leadership, they're always on top of their game when it comes to information disclosure. So you can't get second. Fortunately, I didn't carry first last year, but this is the second. NIPC, Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission. So, but it's still a good step anyway, because the way BPSR come out this year, they say no, we can't be here ranking MDAs on their website and everything just to help them push out information. And we will not go even carry first. No, they responded from all cylinders. Like within 7 days, they provided response for proactive disclosure. Everything they their website. Oh boy! So now so they can't come and say yes. Now we be the reform makers.
Okay.
We go carry first, and they carry the first, carry and run go house. They believe say next day say they go say carry and again. So anybody who want to try, make them come challenge their own proactive disclosure.
Okay.
So the top people called the Nigerian Export Promotion Council.
Okay.
That one surprised me because if you check the report so far, they know the two come up first 10, but now we can't get them for third position. It's a very good step in the right direction. I believe MDS are beginning to understand that there's no harm in this thing. We need to open up, we need to cooperate with the citizens because it's their money. So we all do together and fine.
So with this talk now, we talk now, compared to last year performance, ranking and everything, and this year, which one you think say they better? That's the way we work on do yesterday, the general performance of all these agencies, you understand? How you go take rate the performance last year and this year? Like in terms of their response, in terms of maybe, I don't know, whether points when they give them, how you go rate the performance compared to last year with what you want to do this year?
I think the performance there, I think they're on different categories.
Okay.
Because if you look at last year, we don't get any issue like COVID-19, so things were moving smoothly. So you can basically say that because of things we are fine last year, for that reason they are better than this year. No. Assuming we have the same freedom this year without COVID-19, I will believe by myself that this year is better than last year. Or for another challenge where we get this year, we still get MDAs when they even respond before. They do proactive disclosure. Then they even respond to requests. Some this is like Development Bank of Nigeria. To my greatest surprise, they're on the first 5.
Wow.
Whether they even respond upon COVID-19 and everything. If you see someone in the system, telling you, no, people are not in the office respond to this one. We don't receive money from government. We are just bank. We don't have business with you. But people actually responded. Okay. Of all the challenges, I think this year is better.
Okay, so even with all the challenges, you talk say like people now don't begin to respond better compared to maybe before. That's like more organizations, more agencies now don't begin to respond better or like waiting they happen before.
Exactly.
Okay. Now there's one question here. Ogatula, I'm going to ask you this question. And this person talks, say, good morning, and guest in the studio. Cheers. If I may ask, what will be the positive, direct, and practical impacts of this program to the masses? I beg explain in details.
Okay, I don't talk about before. I say citizens, most of them don't even know it's in Freedom of Information Act B. So the first thing is say make you go website or you go Ministry of Information, go collect that act, or you go Google. If you search and if you download that act. Okay. Now, just to explain that act, it means say you feel rights request or demand for information from any ministry, department or agency on top how they take spend money. Maybe in a capital project, maybe say you don't say they're supposed to implement. If you ask them question and law say within 7 days they're supposed to reply you, and within that 7 days if they thought say, oh okay, we're not going to reply you with this information, but we're going to need additional days so that we go collect all this information. Then under the law, if you give them additional 7 days, that's 14 days, may they respond to your FOI. Now if they no can respond, then if you get the power, if you sue them to court, and if you win the case, then if you even pay you 500,000 as compensation because they know they release. So imagine say Sam writes, they don't release information, I write, and they take them to court like that. So they're going to give us what? That information at the end of the day, and they will give us 500,000 as fine. Now, not be the money be the major thing, but say in as much say this government they spend public funds, they suppose they respond to the citizen. Now, nobody say they go even wait for FOI, but they suppose they disclose information proactively. That one means say even before you ask, that information suppose they their website, because now we don't do tech. Every MD is supposed to get a website where we say all those information of how they take spend money suppose they on that website. And that's why we say it's important for citizens to understand what the FOI be, how they beneficial to them, because say you fit demand any information in as much say you no go put that country into any threat.
Okay.
But any information around public funds, they're supposed to reply you.
Okay, so what they talk now say the benefit of this program now to the people, now to educate them, say they need to know how the country agencies them take they maybe spend money, wrong government, and then they also fit if maybe they don't tell them, they suppose they use the FOI Act, that's the Freedom of Information Act request. And then if as they request the agency not answer them well, see waiting and waiting they need to do. Okay, another question here come talk say good morning. Waiting be the benefits and waiting be the insurance.
Like I add to the benefit part of it.
Okay.
So in don't talk waiting the law talk for the thing, but the practical aspect of it be say that request where you they send, you don't go end for that is a request at all. Okay, let's use primary health care for example. We have 3 types, type 1, 2, and 3. Type 3 appears to be the biggest. That the one that has up to 5 to 6 rooms and above. Okay. So you get one government where I visit for Kano State, do one local government. You get one primary health care where they supposed to build there. And it was supposed to be a type 2 primary health care.
Okay.
So now they go just get small land, fence them. Can't do just type 1, just 1 room primary health care. People where they can't they even celebrate the thing, they enjoy say they won't be hospital for them.
Okay.
But them don't know say waiting they budgeted for that hospital. Now type 2 a much higher project than what is on ground. Even the type 1 side, they don't even abandon them. So when I come to talk with some health officials for that and say that's in the hospital, say in the hospital this place supposed to be now. They said one guy just came from somewhere. he just was disturbing everybody to help him do foundation, carry blocks as they come fence the place. The guy can't go, they don't see him again. It's okay. But if you know right to beg to ask them about the list of healthcares to be constructed in Kano State in 2016, there's no way we're going to say there is a project that's supposed to go on in that community. So as we enter there, now you can't tell people, say, we got to know about this because we sent to the MDA, that's primary healthcare, to ask them questions about the hospitals that are supposed to build in your community. And one's supposed to go on here and not type 2. So this is happening to be the place, and it's not going on. What they have there is just type 1. So that's the benefit of it. It's not just about that thing. So many benefits there.
Okay, thank you so much, Oga Sam. Time don't already go. But before we will come up for here, I want to know, Oga Tolu, I'll be one about maybe I will put the question till next week. But for now, I just want to ask you, say, what will be your final words to the people on top today's segment?
So the final word would be, say, we rank some people with the first, second, third. Okay. Now 213 MDAs will do. But then you get some people who say they carry 200, 201 like that. We did the bottom this thing. The major thing we say, make citizens continue to ask this question. We know they stopped this year. We will still continue to ask. With the hope say those ones where they the last position could fit climb up because we they see improvement. And federal government will need to do more. Baba Buhari mentioned something during the COVID when the thing started saying all MDA is supposed to respond to FOI requests. And that's why I say you see the huge difference, whether not defense or Navy or Army or they're supposed to respond to FOI requests. So now the team will say we still continue to ask these questions.
Thank you so much, Oga Tolu. Oga Sam, final words.
Okay, wait till I want to say I just small requests and they beg security sectors. I beg, Muna try to respond to information. We are not fighting. We are one. We are together. We are all Nigerian citizens. Muna just try to disclose this issue of is to contradict security issues, is injurious to national security. Fine, we agree. We know they tell us Muna tell us how many guns we Muna get. But if you buy something like HP laptop, if you innovate on a building, we need to know all those things now. If you buy stationaries now, that one know they injurious now. I be when you say for people a big person there. No, those things are just cooperate with us. Let everyone know that you people are not segregating us and all that. I want to give kudos, a very big one to NCDC, Nigerian Civil Defense. Oh boy, they tried this year. Okay. They try well. Even before we write to them, they don't even respond.
Okay, thank you so much, Oga Sam. Anyway, this is the Montreal episode of take on top PPDC 30 minutes today. And remember, say, then come from Budeshi Radio and they work on top to take the send FI requests, rank organizations on top their level of compliance. Now, for you, when we say you still try learn about them, still want follow up on what they do, like I tell you, if you continue with them on top their Twitter handle at PP Monitor NG, that NG they in capital letter, at PP Monitor NG, just use the hashtag open it to fix it and hashtag FOI ranking NG. NG still in capital letters. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for stopping by.